few minutes to spend with us today. We're going to walk the entirety of Haleiwa, and at the end of our walk there's a little surprise, an event that I was not aware of. How are all of you doing? LC, Marina, Lisa and Jill, aloha to everybody. Glad you can join. It's going to be a great, wonderful day. Today we're going to do a few things different. I'm going to mention this a few times. We just have a few people on now. I'll wait for a few more people to come on and then we'll do it again. That guy is that guy's in Waikiki often. So today what we're going to do, instead of doing one super long stream that's a 2 or 3 hour stream, we're going to do maybe 2, 3, or 4 streams that are about 45 minutes or an hour long. Some are going to be a little bit shorter. So the plan is to go from here to the end of North Shore of Haleiwa, and then we're going to stop the stream. Then we're going to start the stream back up Laniakea Beach, Turtle Beach. Then we're going to go to Pipeline Banzai. That'll be another stream. Stop that stream and then go to Turtle Bay Resort by Ritz-Carlton sooner than later. And then we will go to Giovanni or Romy's Shrimp Shack. So, but one of the reasons I want to start right here today is because there's a cluster of food trucks here, and then there's a break over the bridge, so there's a little bit of a walk to the marketplace, Haleiwa Marketplace. And but I just want to show this because a lot of people will look on the map and they'll see where these trucks are, like the Big Wave Shrimp, which is actually, don't let the look fool you, it's a great place. There's also the Korean barbecue, there's the surf salsa, Haleiwa burgers. But this area right here is often overlooked because it seems so far down, but you'll see if you look at a map, we're pretty close to the part of Haleiwa right just from here. So we're going to walk it ourselves and you'll see it all. Now, it is now 10 a.m., a little after 10 a.m. on Saturday. There are a couple of, I don't want to say events, but other notable things going on. There's a farm market right down. That is as true as you can possibly get, because a lot of farmers around here, pineapple people, fruits and vegetables people, it's right up there, right on the fork of the road around that roundabout on the hand side. Okay, so if you've looked on the map, you've seen Jenny's Shrimp, you've seen Big Wave Shrimp right here, the bottle shop, HI Pie or Hawaii. So we're going to do this. We're going to walk down this side until we can't go anymore. Then we're going to cross. We may cross over a couple of times. But this is an easy walkable tour. We're not going to stop in a lot of the shops, frankly, because a number of them aren't open yet. Some open at 9, and don't open till like 11 o'clock. You'll see them. Acai bowl place there. Never been in there. I've not been in that pie company, but I've eaten a pie from there. See these little shops right here? These are little things that get people out here. Those little shops like that. Those are just cool little trinket shops. And we've already decided that we're going to do a second North Shore tour where we're going to do shopping. It's going to be shopping only. We're going to do the one that's going to be like a pub and restaurant crawl. So the shopping is we would go into that little shop and look around, show you items for sale, show you how to buy some of the items online if you wanted to, if there's an interest of that. And then the food and drink is pretty self-explanatory. All right, let's give some shout outs. Michelle, great to see you. Rick, Linda, Noel, good morning also. Yanka, I believe that's how you're pronouncing it. Annette, always great to see you. This is a creek, not the creek. This is not Honolulu. Honolulu is at the other end. This is the other cluster that you'll see in the map of food trucks. It may, for some reason, some people said, man, they look far away, but you just saw, we went from Big Wave Shrimp truck, which was just right there where that white truck is, right? Down to here, this is another cluster. This will be covered with people. And there's almost everything in there you need. Shave ice, it's a fresh fruit shack, smoothie. Should have probably got my $100 smoothie from there. There's an old Giovanni's truck. They've relocated. So a lot of people say, well, there's a Giovanni's in Haleiwa. That's the one they're talking about. I'm sorry, that's the one they're talking about. The other is way more down by Turtle Bay, or past Turtle Bay. Hello, Robert, Teresa. About four miles maybe from the Dole Plantation. It's back that way. Dion, it's going great. Could not ask for a more perfect day. This is actually Haleiwa is known for a number of things. One is this is one of very, very few, I don't know the exact numbers, but very few special McDonald's that don't require that they have the golden arches and yellow neon. I think, I don't hold me to the number, but I think the number is like 4 or 5 in the world that are like that. There's a Haleiwa cafe, very local-ish type cafe, very, very popular. So all these stores here on the Haleiwa tour, we'll stop in each of these shops. It'll be a longer, but you'll be able to see, you know, more the shops themselves. We may stop in a few up here, but I just wanted to get us started for today. Hello, Dorothy, Danielle. I would get a rental car, and I'm glad you brought that up. We have a cool announcement in about 2 weeks that's going to blow your mind off, or blow your head up, I should say, about rental cars. But yes, you definitely want to get a, well, let me back up. I shouldn't have said that. You can get an Uber. An Uber is going to be between $50 and $80 depending on when you come. You can take a bus. As a matter of fact, one of our members wrote a post, and they actually are redoing it, and they're going to talk about their adventure when they did a bus. They took the bus out here, and the bus is about an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 15 minutes. Sadly, the trolley doesn't come out here yet, but we're trying to convince them to do a trolley out here. They do the Circle Island tour, the Waikiki trolley people, but they don't drop you off and let you stay. They do scheduled stops along the way. Aloha, Judy and John. How are the visuals? Boy, it's nice and green out here. And you know, that's something that, you know, this is just a personal thing for me. And I'll try and draw this comparison. I'm not trying to say, you know, you're going to feel this way, but here's a comparison that I have. Do you know when you first came to any of the Hawaiian Islands, and you know that little thing that kind of hits you? It hits almost everybody. It's either the minute you step off the plane, or after you've been there a couple days, or maybe you're standing in the sand. You just feel so connected. There's something special about this land that just makes you feel connected. I mean, you may have been on beaches in Mexico or Europe or whatever. It's a beautiful place, but you don't get that sense. But you do get the sense of, gosh, I want to pick that beer can up, but I don't want to carry an empty beer can along the road here. Send the wrong message, I think. But in any case, when you have that feeling in Waikiki or Maui, you know, somewhere on Kauai, if you're at Banzai Bay, I get that feeling here in Haleiwa double time. It did this morning. I mean, I came here a little bit earlier just to do a little walking around and kind of get trying to see what the hours were in some of these stores, and man, was it just kind of hits you, and it hits you every time you're out here. You just feel so connected. You know, it's a farm community. I mean, this whole area was started in the early 1800s, or this town was established in the early 1800s because of sugarcane production and fishing. And as a matter of fact, here's a fun fact. Since we have about 200 yards of nothing really to look at, we often talk about the first hotel in Waikiki being the Sansochi Hotel, even before the Moana Surfrider. That is a really, really popular place. I have not been in there before. I've had a juice from there about 6 months ago, but I've not been in there myself. But that is like a cafe farmer's market type, farm to table, but it's called farm to barn. But see, they have live music there. Wouldn't that be a wonderful place to have your Saturday morning? If you ever come out here to do the North Shore Eco Tours, this is their location, but they do these eco tours around these farms here. They'll take you out on these Jeeps. And it's actually pretty cool. I did it about 3 years ago. But see, they have, you know, ample parking there. Farm to barn, cafe and juicery. How about that? Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, it's such a, it is a very vintage Hawaiian feel. But anyway, I'll just finish my silly point. We always talk about the Sansochi being the original hotel in Waikiki, which it was. It was before the Moana Surf Rider, which opened up in 1901. But the very first hotel on Oahu and the very first hotel in all of Hawaii was where? Where would you guess that is? And what would you guess the name of that hotel is? The new version of Hawaii 5.0. Hello, Gerard. Great to see you, amigo. Well, I will tell you, a gentleman by the name of Benjamin Dillingham, right on the location where Haleiwa Joe's is, used to be a hotel called Haleiwa Hotel. And he started that, I believe it was in 1888 or 89. Guys, don't roast me if I'm off a couple of years, but it was before 1901 and before 1898, which is when homeboy at Sansochi did his boarding house to hotel conversion. And then if you look, and then Dillingham also from Haleiwa built the Oahu Railway, which went from Haleiwa here all the way down to Waikiki. And there was a section of it that I heard that went to Waimea. I don't know that exactly. I don't want to put these people on, but I wanted to show you the sign. So yeah, that's the very first hotel in Hawaii, in all the Hawaiian Islands, as a matter of fact. Okay, so there may be a few spots in here where we drop out, but there's nothing really I can do about it. So this whole area here is called North Shore Marketplace. Okay, notable is Kono's, really good breakfast burritos. But they also have, these are more, I don't want to call them non-local. That's really not the right way to call them, because Cholo's has been here for a long, long time. But these are a little bit more higher end. They're a little bit more retail oriented. Wyland Galleries, obviously. Patagonia, it's a clothing store. But you see, these are some really, really nice little retail shops. I don't have a good way to say it, but you guys know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to cause any riffraff. Some art galleries. That's one of the other things around here, and not just in Haleiwa, but outside of Haleiwa on the road going back towards Turtle Bay. We'll see some of those hopefully today. There's a couple little clusters of art galleries, and a lot of people, or some, I should say, not a lot of people stop by there just because they look like roadside galleries. But I can tell you, when I've stopped by the last couple times, one time I did buy something, the second time I didn't, I just didn't have the time. But they're just so local artist type, you know, not known artists. They're not, you know, really super expensive, but they support local artists. So I bought one, and man, is it just cherished. And you see little trinkets in there. You see antique shops. It's very nice. All right, now we're starting to get into what people really call in town for Haleiwa, even though we've only walked maybe a quarter of a mile or half a mile maybe. But that's the distance that people tend to associate with being outside of town. And what we'll see along here is obviously this general store. I've never been in there before. But that's one of the stores that we would stop along on the shopping tour that we're going to do. And just so you guys know, some of you that may be new or may just be returning, we're going to do on these streams today, we're going to do a Circle Island giveaway or a Pearl Harbor tour giveaway. Then we'll be doing a 4-day, a 1-day Waikiki trolley, and a maybe a couple catamarans giveaways. That'll be coming up. And you'll walk by some of these places and just not even notice them. I actually thought Wicked Pizza was up there, so I walked right past it. But some of these small places in here, like this garlic shrimp place, man, don't go to sleep on them. Don't go to sleep on them. They're pretty tasty. A lot of these garlic shrimp places spawned, I should say, up from Giovanni's and some of the earlier trucks. So they're made a lot in the same spirit of the original garlic shrimp places. Check that place out. And just a side note, if we do whatever we're doing a giveaway for, if you've won one of those passes this year, you can't participate. We're just getting too much kickback. Unless there's an extenuating circumstance that I'll denote before we do the giveaway. But if you can't come, please don't participate. There's just it helps us avoid a lot of hassle. But we have a bunch of other really cool things coming up. We've got another catamaran company coming up. We've got a car rental company that's going to blow your mind. I think it will. It certainly did mine. And about from here, you can smell that chicken place. I can't think of the name of that chicken place, but Shasta remembered it. If you guys remember the North Shore tour we did with Shasta, she knew that place. This is the main market here. There's a foodland. There's a big foodland way that's down the road. It's about 4 miles, but this is pretty much the main supermarket here. And then here's like a little cluster. There's L&L barbecue, Hawaiian barbecue. There's a Long's right back there. There's some other retail type stores, but this looks like this chicken got away from them. But let's take a look at this chicken place over here. And they put out the chicken too. I don't know what these chickens are thinking. I wonder how they feel about this place, because they're all over the ground. But check out this. Open air, and it smells exactly like you think it would smell. Here it is, Ray's. Check that out. Over the open fire, smells exactly, God dang, it smells so good. It's like barbecue on steroids. Look at that. Yeah, there is. Actually, it's right up the street here. It's kind of cool because they have all kinds of or some Hawaii type unique things inside there. But yeah, it's Ace Hardware's right up here. Jorge's, not familiar with them. And when you come to Haleiwa, this is the main street. But when you come here, and I'll mention this a couple of times, boy, take your time and go around the back road, because that back road, it gets really, I want to call it authentic and local. You can't get through here, but you can kind of see. You see those house tops over there, like right there, once I get my hand out of the way? That's where you see more of the residents and the people that live around here. But that is I just love that place. And around that corner, and I'll point it out again, But as you go around that corner, there are some beautiful old houses. There's a church there that's leaning really, really far. It's people get out and take photos of it. This is a very, very popular place, Stonefish. I've eaten at a Stonefish, but not at this one. Again, some of these galleries. It's just I guess charming is a good word, huh? We have a whole series, and I posted it, or mentioned this on our streams yesterday. Thank goodness Terry kept her job, even though she bombarded you guys with appointments or events posting. But she did it on purpose. But for some reason, YouTube was doing double posts, and I'm teasing. I would never fire her. I would be out of luck without her. This is the Ace Hardware I was telling you about. But we have a number of things planned. We're going to start coming around. We're going to do one thing that we're probably not going, actually we aren't going to have any sound on it whatsoever other than Hawaiian music, but we're going to drive on a live stream, and then we're going to post a live stream from the Big Wave Garlic Shrimp Shack all the way around to Waikiki. Actually probably just the other side of Waikiki, because there's a lot of just ugly freeway, but we're going to do that drive all the way around, and then we're probably going to do, not the same day of course, from outside of maybe by Hawaii Kai, where Waimea Bay is, and we're going to drive all the way around to here and just drive around and do the shoot right through the window. This is Uncle Bo's. Of course, it's the same place as Uncle Bo's, or the same owners as Uncle Bo's in Waikiki, and there's several of those. There's the Ace Hardware. I'll show you that again. Someone made a comment about that. Oh, Terry's a monster, man. See this cemetery here, and I'm not even going to try the name because I would butcher it. But the very first people who came here to Haleiwa were missionaries, and I can't even mention the guy's name. I don't know what it is. I can't pronounce it. But he started this monastery here, and was on one of these. See this foundation here? I know I'm going to butcher this, so please, if you bring your comments, bring them with some really good hate, some really good trolling. But this kind of foundation here, and somewhere on this land, I don't think it's on that particular land, although that is a church, but he put a church here, and they called it, that's where the name Haleiwa came from. Hale is home, and Iwa is the name of a bird. They call it a frigate bird, or a, maybe one of you guys will know the actual name of it. But Iwa also means beautiful, or handsome, or attractive, or angelic, something along those lines. I think it has multiple meanings. But see these cool little shops? Just, I don't know, man. It just makes you, I don't know what it makes me remember, but I just love it. But isn't that a beautiful, see that archway? If you do any kind of history looking up on Haleiwa, you'll see about this cemetery here. I know it's probably not the nicest thing to speak about, but that's history, man. That's what it's all about. Island Vintage is right here. This is also the place where one of our loyal members, Greg, will just not stop recommending. We're going to stop in there and do an acai bowls live stream with that boy one day. And oh my goodness, is that what I think it is? Yes, it is. We're not going to stop and get one, but I'm going to point the camera in there because this is such a popular place. How many of you have been to Matsumoto? Man, from early to late, this place is jumping. Here's what it looks like. They have, obviously, they have the merchandise, but this place is just loaded up with different flavors. They put skim milk on them, and they do. I did one last time on our last North Shore tour. Not a fan. Not a fan. Whalers General Store. These clothing stores are, you know, a lot of times, like, you go in like small villages, small tourist towns, and they have just kind of but for some reason here in, and I'm not saying all stores for sure, but for some reason there are some of these really unique stores. They get unique clothing here. Really, really nice. Really nice. Just take your time. Yeah, no lines yet. It's early. They just opened at 10, I believe. Here's the more the merchandise area right here. We have it right here. Those little stores like that, the little trading company. There's Maui Divers. This is the Snoopy's surf shop. They have one of these, and a couple, I think, one for sure in Waikiki. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Perfect, couldn't be better. Beautiful day, huh? Yes, we do, Sharon. Teddy's. There's also a Seven Brothers burger up here, which we've been lobbied to include it on the burger challenge, which we just might do, and actually put that entry in the burger challenge together with another tour out here, the North Shore. How's that sound? So how many of you have been to Haleiwa and maybe have a favorite place, a favorite store, shop? This is another of the popular shave ice places, but Matsumoto, I mean, it just has a stranglehold on that brand and on that product. Seven Brothers, yeah, there you go. Growing Kiki. Little kids' clothes. So if you were here back in the day and you had run of this entire place before any buildings were up, right? Before any buildings were up, where would you put your house or your house or maybe a hotel? Where would you put it? If you had all this area to choose from, would you put it right there where Haleiwa Joe's is? Probably would. That's where that Benjamin Dillingham dude put it. We're going to take just a little detour. That's Rainbow Bridge and that Honolulu Creek right there. But I wanted to go over here just to show you, because this is actually a very popular destination. People may not realize it when they're looking for it, but this is North Shore Shark Encounters. And there's two other shark cage diving and non-cage diving facilities that are out here. You're not going to be able to see anything other than the marina. But I think it'd be interesting just to see the marina, simply because people aren't, maybe you can put a visual to it. So I just wanted to show it to you. Yeah, that's where you'd put it. You'd put it right there on the, overlooking the bay. Right there. And that's where that boy put it. Right there. So you drive down there a little bit further, but I can show you from here. Like that. That's one of them right there. That's one of the boats. And they may be out already. See the cage? I'll just stop for a second. Can you see the cage on the back there? And then the boat. That's where you leave from. And they'll pick you up sometimes over there a little bit, but that's that may be North Shore Shark Encounters right there. But that cage on the back, that's what you put your body in when the sharks come around you. But I just wanted to show you that. I wanted to get off the beaten path a little bit. And there's the back of Haleiwa Joe's. Now, if I put myself in that same question, that same circumstance I just gave you, where would you choose? I might choose right down here at Beach House, that location. Just because to me it seems like a little bit better location, but we will see. We'll see what you think. All right, so let's do a geographical shout out. Where are you guys watching from? I know where a lot of you are watching from, but let's share where you're watching from so we can see the diversity of the audience today. There's only 64 of you, so let's do that. Let's get a roll call, if you would. Dallas, London, Alberta, Canada, easy to spell, not say. Texas and Ireland. Jennifer, do you have an Irish accent? I love that. Haleiwa Joe's right there. There was another, the hotel was there till I think 1948 or 58, something like that. I think that's what it was. And then 3 dudes, one guy's named Joe, as luck would have it, opened up that shop. I want to go back over here. We walked past this. If there wasn't such a long line, I'd go over there and get some coffee from there, because I really like getting coffee from there every time I come here. That's a really nice little, it's more, I mean, their coffee isn't remarkably better than everybody else's, but it's just coming from that shack on the side of the road. I mean, come on, man. California, Minnesota, Augusta, Georgia, Sydney, Southern Ontario, New Zealand. Wow. There's been a number of people from New Zealand coming over, contacting us. Let's just walk across here. I want to show you this side of the Haleiwa Bridge, Rainbow Bridge, because of the shape, obviously. This is the Honolulu Canal. And you could see the event that I was telling you about. We're going to see it here in just a moment. The Outriggers there. Isn't that beautiful? Well, those in the front obviously is stand-up boards, but they're having the Outrigger event. And we'll look at that. How many of you have seen this shot right here before? Let's see. Right here. Try it without any cars. And obviously there's wood on that other side of there. How's that look? Hey there. Good. And if you go back in here, you will see turtles, an abundance of turtles from what I understand. I have not paddleboarded on here or kayak, but Shasta has, and she's shown the photo proof of turtles getting down with it. And they come up right up to you. They're not impacted very much by humans, it doesn't seem like. So does this walk through Haleiwa bring back any memories for some of you people? Or is it bringing back memories, or is it just reminding you this is a place you want to visit next time you come, if you've not been here before? This is the Blue Planet kickoff, I guess, deck. What's up, man? When are you guys jumping off here now or no? Not right now.
Yes,
okay.
On YouTube.
Facebook. But also on YouTube later. That's where Shasta and I think Waikiki Wendy. Sorry. Waikiki Wendy Silva went for their outing. And at the boards, you do stand up, paddle boarding, lay down, just do like a manual paddling, I guess. So look at all these cars. All these cars are here for that event right up there. Canoe Club. Oh, there's a banana bread company. You got to try that place if you come. Very, very popular. And very good too, by the way. You grew up here, Dale? Oh, that's right, Dale. Because you seem pretty darn knowledgeable. You know, you have some good interest. So yeah, you grew up out here, huh? Well, glad this is bringing back a little memories. Banzai bowls. That's kind of a neat place to go into. It says Hawaii's oldest surf shop and dive shop. They're loaded up with merchandise and clothing and things like that. Sadly, when we go in there, we lose connection for some reason. On the outside, really good. Inside, no bueno. Let's cross here. So they're having this event, and we'll come right up here and I'll show you. They have, you know, sponsored tents, merchandise tents, participant clubs, different canoe clubs are here. Let's go walk on this side here. Yeah, that could be it. Well, I owe you ocean on every stream, but that's pretty easy to do here. That's the beach house. Restaurant, bar. We will walk past here and we'll show you a look on the other side. And if you want, you can kind of vote or just list in the comments if you want to. We will walk, if you want to, we'll go into Haleiwa Park on the other side, and we'll go on that far point. It's not a long walk, but we'll walk through the park and you can actually stand on some of the coral, look back this way for just a little bit different view than what we're seeing right now. But you see all the participants. Well, you're welcome, Cat Roy. That's why we do it. I mean, I would probably be doing this if I wasn't streaming or something like this. But it's good to bring you guys along. I'm glad to show it to you.
Here in Hawaii, we act on a law first.
Ooh, that lady is giving him the Hawaii what for? She's right too. Did you hear what she said? She says, you didn't put your kids on the boat, and when we're in Hawaii, we go with aloha first. But this is as local of an event as you could possibly get. So cool. Not everybody's going to be cool with me walking through here with a camera, but we'll fade that heat when we get it. I'm just not going to showcase anybody, but I just wanted you to get a good feeling of this event. It's just so local, and I love it. Doing like a little ceremony up here. Let's go look. Oh, cool. this particular event is just this weekend, but they do them out here quite often. I'm going to take you down there. They do, they're doing these outrigger races here. They have courses out here, different age groups, different skill levels. You got a beautiful view at the mountains back there. Sorry that we go out of focus when I put my hand in front, but if you've noticed, I have a tendency to point, just so I can point things out to you. That's some cool place. Excuse me.
Bow to the host, Manoke Kai. Congratulations on your 40 years.
That's beautiful.
Getting ready for event 13. Zone 15.
That's, ladies and gentlemen, this is as Hawaii as it gets. I'm going to see if there's a pathway to the beach over there. To be honest with you, it's not a beautiful beach, but it's just something that if you've never, many people who come here to Haleiwa, they don't get out of their car long enough to walk over here. So do you want to go? You want to get right on the other side of those trees there. It's not a far walk. We're in Haleiwa, North Shore. We just walked through the town of Haleiwa, looked at some of the shops, some of the restaurants, food trucks along the way. We just left the Outrigger canoe event. Yeah, let's go. I mean, we're making really good time. Making better time than I thought. Some people, when they come out here, they're thinking, well, because it's North Shore, there's going to be big waves. There aren't very big waves, sizable waves here. I mean, they're not tiny, but they're not like they are at Banzai Pipeline right down the road. We're going to go there today. And they won't be big today either because it's not the big wave season, but you'll see some decent waves. So we're just going to walk on that side of these buildings here, on that side of the beach, so you can kind of see it. This is the macadamia nut farm right over here, the North Shore. I think it's called North Shore Macadamia Nut Farm. I did that tour. It's not really a tour. We just went in and walked. We didn't do the actual tour. We went in and we toured the facility. They have a gift shop there. It's like the Imperial Macadamia Nut Farm, which is more towards town. But they have a goat farm also on the other side of Haleiwa, and you can go in there. It's a dairy goat farm. And the only reason I would go back there is because they have baby goats, but they have like tiny, tiny baby goats. And you can play with them, you can mess with them a little bit. Oh man, it's funny. But it's a proper farm. You can go in and do a little tour and enjoy yourself. So how many of you have been here before? So this is one of the, again, You wouldn't believe how many comments we get after the fact, and I'm not going to harp on it, about pronunciation, enunciation. I know I have an issue with that, but about getting history wrong. But I'll be off by 2 years or 3 years, so I want to give that disclaimer. Anytime I give a date, fudge it a little bit. I'm not a historian or an authority figure on Hawaiian history by any stretch, nor am I an oceanographer. But one of the reasons why this place is really, really good for canoeing and for paddleboarding, stand-up paddleboarding, is because of the reef that's out there. You can kind of see where there's a dark line across there. Well, here, let me put my finger the right way. You see that reef out there? There's the break. So the waves are coming in off of here, and they just flatten out. So it makes this whole area just really, really easy to swim in, easy to paddleboard in. Look at those mountains. Hopefully that's coming across to you, but look how beautiful that is. Wow. Oh, you have been here, Sandy. Good. I like coming here and going off the beaten path. I don't know why, but I enjoy coming out here when they're having, families doing, having picnics and playing basketball. And this place here would be full of people if that event wasn't going on, because I'm assuming the people at that event are the people that'd be right over here otherwise. So we'll just walk along this beach area here. You can tell this concrete has been here forever. But we'll walk over here a little bit and look back. It just gives you a unique view, and I'd like to show it to you just because we're here. You may not get a chance to come here for a while, or you may never, so let's just show it to you. I have to, there's one right there. Guys, I swear to God, I was going to say, I never see turtles out there. Sure enough, there's a big old fat one right there on top of the water, just chilling out. Do you see him? Just stuck his head up. There must be food right below where he is, right there, because he's not going down very far. Let me get a little sun behind us. Can you see him? Oh, there's two. No. Let me hold it still for you. Can you see him, the turtle right there? Has his fin sticking up, his left fin, and then he's going to stick his head up. There he is. Let me know if you could see him. Or her. Don't want to misgender it. Hey, buddy, what's up today? Having some lunch? Boy, there must be food. Oh, my gosh, there are two. I was thinking, that rock's just sitting there. That's two. Do you see that one, too? So there's one right here and one right there. I'll get my hand out of the way. And this place is usually rich with turtles, and I was just going to say, of all the times I've been here, I've not seen a turtle one time. Doggone it. There's two more right there. See their fins? See this rock here? Go straight out there. There's another one. Right there where my tip is. I think there's two over there. There are. So we're watching right here, right here, right here, and right there. Watch. That's a little one putting his face up there, right over here.
There's always turtle right there.
It's another one right on, just past that. Oh, I think it's probably the same one. Just past that little reef. No, there's two. So if you see that cluster of water right there, there's two right side by side there. Hello, Rhonda Beach. We're in North Shore, Haleiwa today. Yeah, I can't. Not on live. But they're stuffing their faces, man, because they're staying in one area, just churning it up. Did you see? There, one just stuck his head up. That one almost got flipped over. So if you see where that splash of water is right there, right on the other side, and right on the other side of him are two turtles. And that turtle is kind of swimming into that algae, I think that is there. He almost got flipped over. All right. So, two things down. Beach, turtles. Crossed it off our list. Okay, let's do this. Let's do a 4-day Waikiki trolley giveaway. If you've won in the last 30 days, or if you've won this year, can't play. If you're not coming this year, please don't play. And I'll be walking as I'm telling you this. This is the one place I would say is a little sketchy, because you'll come walking in through here and there'll just be people, you know, camping or houseless people being here. So they'll sometimes say something to you, especially if you have a camera. They'll want to borrow it for an extended period of time. And I need it for the rest of today, so I'm not going to give it up. So if they ask, I'm going to have to decline. I'm not trying to be mean or bossy, but I'd rather keep it than give it. And it's not right in here is nice, but if you go back that way to look at the beach coming back, it's a little sketchy. Give me 1 second here so I can stop and kind of this is where there's supposed to be more turtles, but we just saw at least 4 turtles. So maybe we won't see any more. All right, fourth correct answer for 1 4-day Waikiki trolley pass. I want to make sure that's a right. It's got to be the right one. Yeah. What year was the Haleiwa hotel built? Fourth correct answer. One of these days we'll just come walking here and go all the way back through there, but not today. Just some couple really close. 1901 was Ala Moana. I'm sorry, Moana Surf Rider. I always do that. God, got it. Always do that. One of you have been right. I have to watch the comments, so I'm not going to walk until we get a winner. Sorry about that. Can't, Nancy. No kidding. Oh, I've taken a spill here. I've taken a spill here watching where I was walking, let alone talking, walking, and stepping on these rocks. And if you look online, there's one correct answer and one incorrect answer. And I have backup on the one that on the date I'm going off of. No, some of you guys are giving that answer. I know where you're getting it from, but I'm going off a different source. Yeah, perfect picnic spot. And if you go over here around this bend and down through this, there's pathways all. You go around the beach, that just wide open over there. That's all beautiful beach area, but it's very rocky to get down to it. We can watch the turtles from far. All right, I may have stumped you guys. Two of you have gotten it right so far. We need two more. Fourth answer wins. You see all these wide pathways through here. This is where, you know, people walk and go surfing, and they'll go that way. And we can go through here, but we're going to see much better beaches that I'm going to drive to and get out and start a new stream. I wouldn't know. I don't know where one nude beach is, and we went by there the other day. Come on, guys. Don't give up on me. It's a 4-day pass. Waikiki Trolley Pass. And Waikiki Trolley is such a great alternative to expensive Uber and inconvenient buses. They have all those really cool exclusive coupons and discounts for all the places along the way. And Jennifer McDowell wins, 1898. Fourth correct answer. 1898. So Jennifer, hopefully you know by now what to do. Maybe you don't, but I'm going to act as if you don't. So you'll need to DM Terry and give her your first name, last name, email, phone number, and tell her the approximate dates when you'll be coming to Oahu. And she will get you sorted out with a 4-day Waikiki trolley pass. You're going to dig it. Yes, but that's not what we're doing, Nancy. We're making it fair for everybody. Why would you want to win, Nancy? You're not coming for this year or next year, as I understand it, correct? So why would you want to win a trolley pass? It'd be useless to you, but useful to someone else. Yep, congratulations, Jennifer. Okay, so I have a question for you. And this will relate to a giveaway a little bit later. But how many of you have, with the number 1 is a yes, number 2 is a no, okay? Number 1 is a yes, 2 is a no. How many of you have taken a Waikiki trolley ride in the last year? 1 is yes, 2 is no, in the last year. Not just in 2024, but from this same time of year to last year. So between last year and June 1st till today, this year, June 1st. 1 if you have taken a Waikiki trolley, 2 if you have not. Wow, so many haven't, huh? Turtle just popped his head up over here. 1. Oh, that's crazy. Jennifer, you have. Linda, Michelle haven't. You need to get reissued. Send Terry a message about that. Sandy has. Margaret, you have. Linda, you have. Okay. All right, so let's widen it out a little bit. How many of you can just do 1 or 2 on this as well. How many of you have ever had a Waikiki trolley ride? Ever? 2 for no, number 1 for yes. If you could have it 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 5 years ago, 1 year ago. So number 1 or number 2? How many of you have ever ridden a Waikiki trolley? Nancy, you have. Debbie, you have. It's to your advantage if you have. So if you, don't answer. Please don't not avoid answering because you think it's a negative. It's not. So 1, Jennifer has, Margaret has, Cat Roy, Noel, Linda. Wow. Rhonda, we've got to get you back here on Oahu. Get you on a trolley. Get you on a catamaran. Sandy 1. John 1. Angela 1. Wow. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Give me 1 second to, I need to walk and write something at the same time. Check this out. This is beautiful, isn't it? Memorial. And they leave these here, these plants, these wreaths. Isn't that beautiful? I'll let you read that. I'll just hold it there for a second. Sharon, that is 100% the way to do it. Save money. Is that beautiful? I just love these. And they're on the sides of the road sometimes, just innocuous places, these little beaches. But people come here and they put these wreaths. And then people just come up and, you know, anonymously leave them and then clean them up and drop them off again. These are all mortar shells. Aren't they cool? All right. This may seem a little rough, but we're going to give this a shot. It worked last time famously. Worked out really, really well. So we're going to give this a shot again. Of those of you who have, let's say in the last 5 years, let's make it relevant. So in the last 5 years, if you've ridden a Waikiki trolley and you have not left a review on TripAdvisor for Waikiki trolley, any route, any driver, if you've ever, in the last 5 years, taken a Waikiki trolley, number two, have not left a review on TripAdvisor for Waikiki trolley on any route, any driver. If you leave a review today or tomorrow on TripAdvisor and mention either GTH or Going to Hawaii in your review, of those people, we're going to do a drawing, and we're going to give you a choice of either a catamaran ride or a 4-day Waikiki trolley pass or a $25 Amazon gift card, your choice. So here's what you need to do. If Joe Smith has ridden the trolley in the last 5 years but has not left a review on TripAdvisor, he can go today onto TripAdvisor and he can write something like, I was reminded today on the Going to Hawaii live stream or the GTH live stream, anything GTH or Going to Hawaii, because that's how we're going to be able to scrape TripAdvisor and get the reviews. So either mention GTH stream today or the Going to Hawaii stream today. And I was reminded about my trip on Waikiki trolley, and then just leave whatever your review is, good, bad, indifferent, just whatever you'd like. If you do that on Monday, we're going to announce the winner and you'll get to choose either a catamaran pass, a 4-day Waikiki trolley pass, or a $25 Amazon gift card. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. What we're trying to do is we're trying to encourage more people to leave reviews. Good, bad, indifferent, negative, neutral, whatever you like. But just say you're reminded. And it's not to get us any bank out of it. It's just for us to be able to easily scan and scrape TripAdvisor for GTH or Going to Hawaii. And I prefer if you wrote out Going to Hawaii, because that's going to be a lot easier. Because there are instances where GTH comes up in spelling. So does that make sense to you guys? Good sense, makes sense? Okay, good. So there's the beach house. I've got to tell you, I'm a little indifferent to them. I've been there 3 times. 2 times are really good. 1 time was really not good at all, really. And it was more of an experience than anything else. It was really, I don't need to go into it, because if you've gone there and had a great time, then, and it's a beautiful location. I mean, come on. That's why I was saying, if it were me and I were Benjamin Dillingham, I would have probably picked this. Of course, there may have been something wrong with this piece of land, so I'm not judging him. I'm just telling you, that's what I would do. Okay, guys and gals, I was planning on ending this stream and then just hightailing it back to my car, but I'm going all the way back through Haleiwa. If you want to, you can stay with me and I'll just stream it all the way back. But if you're tired of it, you've seen it, don't need to see it again. Yes, you go under TripAdvisor. I guess I should have said that. You need to go to Waikiki Trolley on TripAdvisor and leave a review on their main TripAdvisor account. And there's a TripAdvisor for the pink line, blue line, orange line, red line. Leave it on their main Waikiki Trolley TripAdvisor page and say, hey, I rode with Waikiki Trolley, but so just make sure you know that one, you were reminded by going to Hawaii, and then this is what my review was. I'm not telling you to leave a good review, bad review, neutral review, it doesn't matter. And then on Sunday night, we'll do a scrape, or actually early Monday, Terry will do a scrape of a TripAdvisor and pull a name, and then you'll get your choice of a catamaran, 4-day trolley pass, or an Amazon gift card. So everybody can participate. And let me know if that doesn't make sense. That was a great question. I should have been more clear on where to leave your review. Okay, so you want to walk? All right. I'll try and alternate the side that I went on, just so it's a little bit more different, except for the Rainbow Bridge, because that side of the bridge is closed off, or it seemed to be closed off. Banzai bowls. I'm telling you, if that line is short at that coffee shop or any place to get a drink of water, that's the one thing I forgot. I left my water in the car like a dummy. I just asked, I didn't ask, I was just stating, I was just saying, make sure we need to get you back to Oahu and stay on Oahu and get you on a trolley and get you on a catamaran and get you on some other cool places. Okay. Other cool activities. So we're just going to walk right back through Haleiwa like we just came through. Yes, even if you want something recently. You just have to pick something that's different. You can't win the same thing. And I'll let you know that each time. So if you want a trolley pass, you can't choose a trolley pass, nor would you want to. You would choose something different. If you want a catamaran, you can't choose a catamaran. You have to choose something different. And if you're not coming at all, take that $25 Amazon gift card. Just get some fat cash in your account. Shasta, who's on her way back tomorrow, is hating that we are here and she ain't. We are going to Turtle Beach, Laniakea. Sorry guys, this is a shared walkway here. She's in Long Beach at a Lions Club convention, learning how to Lion Club better. I'm sure those pillars coming right at you are not visually appealing, but I love this shot. I don't know why I like this shot so much. Check it out. Just the perspective on it. See this bus right here? This bus is the one that you would take to North Shore. And, you know, we did it once a couple years ago just to test it. It wasn't really horrible, but it wasn't the most enjoyable. I would not do it. But I'll tell you and I'll tell you the reason why it was not bad. I mean, the reason why it was not enjoyable. A couple reasons. One, the person I was with, and it wasn't that they were a bad person or not that great company. They just didn't like to walk, and I didn't mind, because in between some of the stops, it's not like it is in Waikiki. It's only a block, 2 blocks. Sometimes it's a mile between stops. And I actually enjoyed that. And it was on probably the hottest day of the year. It certainly seemed like it. And they were not the walking type, if you know what I mean. So we would come to maybe a stop right here, and the next stop would be, you know, 3/4 of a mile that way. So instead of getting, you know, waiting, we would just walk it, and that was not something they wanted to do. But I explained that to them before we even did it. I said, we're going to do the entire trip on a bus, take pictures and see what it's like, but we're going to have to walk in between. Oh, I don't care, that's fun, that'll be fun to see the beach or whatever. Well, there's some places, there's some stretches that ain't beach. I mean, it's like you're walking along this road and you have that much concrete right there in between you and traffic, which I didn't mind, but they were adverse to it. So guys, sadly, I have to go on this shop and get something to drink. I'm about to pass out, so we may edit this last part of the stream out. So let's have at it. I always think going in the store or getting coffee or something like that is a bust for you guys. You need some help carrying that? How's it going, sir? How's life today? How's life today? Perfect? Yeah. Tough to not be perfect out here, right?
I always need rice.
Go ahead. I'll save your space, brother. I'm not Lance, for God's sakes. All right. Dude didn't want to wait. Yeah, he didn't want to talk to me. He's like, man, if I have to walk 2 more miles and I have to talk to this ding dong but still get a water or a beer is what he was getting, then I'll do that. Yeah. Not mine. Oh, you know what? It's that dude's right there. For sure, he's looking for him right now. That guy I was talking to lost his keys. This guy was right behind me in line. He pointed down to the ground about keys. And this guy right here. That guy right there found him. What a nice boy. That was an eagle eye, man. Good for you.
Happened to me. It's a bad feeling.
Did you get him back?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, sorry guys, this is why I should have stopped the stream, because this is killing you, I know. But don't forget to do that review if you've been on a Waikiki trolley the last 5 years. And we're doing this as a test for the rent-a-car company that's going to happen in about 2 weeks. So, you know, legit, we want legit reviews. I mean, if we only get 2 or 3, but they're legit, that's who we're going to draw from. But give a legit review. Say you heard it on the Going to Hawaii, or were reminded about it, your visit on the Waikiki, I'm sorry, you're reminded about your Waikiki trolley trip on the Going to Hawaii live stream today, and you wanted to leave a review and just mention Going to Hawaii. I know I said GTH earlier, but if you'll list out Going to Hawaii, that'll make Terry's life much, much easier and make it much less likely for her to quit. Then you need to go to TripAdvisor and go to Waikiki Trolley's main profile, please. Yeah, but I should have put it in my pocket. I had it. It was on the top of the roof of my car.
a certain day.
My water.
They only do a certain day, and it's like the small ones are free, you know, for the kids. You know,
7-Eleven.
yeah.
July
It's
11th.
my penny. That's what it is, right? Like it. I don't even know.
Yeah, this is in real life. It's IRL, as the kids say. I love this. When I'm watching streams, I like this kind of thing just because it's how things really are, you know?
Another one? What happened?
Yeah, make sure you like and share this stream too. Like it and share it. Boy, I'm telling you what, guys, that the other promo we're doing for watching the Going to Hawaii promo video on Going to Hawaii, man, it is not going well. We have some short shorts. We have some shorts on there that have 400, 500, 600 views without any promos at all. This one has a promo behind it. We have less than 300 views. Couldn't believe it. We needed to do something different, I guess, but it's not going like I thought it would. Remind me of things. Oh, about, yeah, water. Don't go do this, do that. Don't forget this. Don't forget that.
The regular one.
You don't see that at the Detroit 7-Eleven, do you? Sharon, that's going to blow you away. Hopefully, I shouldn't say anything because who knows. Jalapeno pork hash. What in the world?
But I did follow. I love waking up in country, but
Thank you. That's good. I do miss that.
it's all good. It's beautiful.
I gotta get them to come visit me.
Oh, bro. She's the number one auntie. Look at her. She's stacked here. I see like a roll. I'm watching different colors come out. That's me.
You couldn't decide what flavors.
And you see, like, we can't see.
Actually, the first time we tried lychee.
Oh.
We gotta get the fruit now.
Do you like the lychee?
Yeah, it's not the fruit yet. They live on the continent.
Oh.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're talking about the flavor lychee or the fruit?
When you're thirsty, you get even more thirsty when you have the water in your hand and you can't drink it. So my apologies, but I need to open this up and take a crack off of it because, man, I am, what the kids say is parched. I'll let you enjoy that beautiful view right there. Good Lord. Wow, that was so good. Probably some of the best water I've ever had in my life. See, so here's the bus stop, one of them. And there's quite a few in Haleiwa. Don't let me make you think that they're not bus stops, but it's along the way. Down by Waimea Valley. We're going to stop by there today, hopefully. By Waimea, there is a sketchy bus stop. It's like right on the side of the highway. And you shouldn't cross the highway, but as you can imagine, your fearless leader, or your fearless host, I didn't mean to say leader, your fearless host did exactly that and came strikingly close to being struck by a truck crossing that highway. So just give you a programming heads up, what we'll do is we will walk back to the car. I will plug in and get some more juice going, and I'm going to go to Laniakea Beach, and I'll walk across the highway there and check out the turtles and see if there are turtles. If they're not turtles, I'll just go on down the road, but we'll go to like Let's see if the Snoopy's is open.
I usually go, I always, but we don't go a long time.
No, we don't want to go in there. Then we'll go to Banzai Pipeline, Sunset Beach area. Ted's Bakery is around by that area as well. And we'll stop that stream and then maybe go to Turtle Bay and then Giovanni's, or maybe Giovanni's and come back and go to Turtle Bay. I just like Turtle Bay, and I think it'd be a great idea. Just go there before it changes over to Ritz-Carlton. Guys, I really am trying not to put people specifically on stream. That's one of the big complaints. From the 19, it's only the 19. Okay. The 19 complain that, you know, there's people that are recognizable on the stream. You just walk up and put the camera in people's faces and start talking to them. Absolute lie. Remember, first off, if you're out in public, I don't like it myself. I mean, look at why I don't put myself on camera. I'm not camera phobic. I just don't want to. I don't want that recognition thing to be as bad as it is now, which you guys don't really probably get a good sense of. But I don't like me being recognized, just because it's disruptive, not because I don't disruptive. But if you're out in public, you're fame. But I don't. I believe that I'm. Tell me, upset me if you think I'm doing it wrong, being too aggressive or not respectful. Just tell me. Here's. Hang on one second. I'm sorry, guys. See this guava shop? It's not guava, but it has cool. They have like hats, and one of the places I was walking, loved. This place too, they loved it, but they didn't like it once we started walking. They bought some things. I told them, don't buy them, we'll come back next week, but you're gonna have to carry them. And sure enough, she carried them for about 3 blocks, and guess who got to carry them the rest of the way? I had to carry them. So that was also part of the complaint. So back to my other question. Look at this little gallery. Cool. Some of the cool stuff that you'll see, like the Hawaiian artists and stuff, that kind of block drawing type of thing. This is this looks like it's a little more polished, so to speak, but I just love these little galleries. Yeah, I know it's going to Clark Little. This guy is a flipping gangster. If you want to look at someone who, look this dude up. See that shot right there? Look him up on YouTube. Clark Little. Gangster of gangsters when it comes to ocean photography. All right, I know I've got a couple of topics going. So the complaint is from some of the 19 that I put people on camera that don't want to be. But I think that anytime I ever talk to somebody, I will ask, do you mind being on? Do you want to be on? And then a lot of times I don't even ask. I don't say anything. I just talk to them, point the camera away. But when you're out in public, it's not like it used to be. The laws are different. You don't have any assumption of privacy is what it's called. You know, so that does mean you can walk right up to somebody and say, hey man, what are you doing? You know, but I don't do that. I get accused of doing that, but I don't do that in any form or fashion, in any way, shape or form. And I take objection to those that say I do. Yeah, I actually met him over off Pipeline about 2 years ago, and then just kind of passed by him one time in Waikiki. But yeah, he's a full-fledged gangster. He and Laird Hamilton, more so. Well, I don't know. I think what Clark does is, one, very dangerous and admirable, but I think what Laird Hamilton does is just on a different level of crazy. He's married to Gabby Reese. and he does the big wave surfing. And some of those dudes do that wave off of Portugal, off that lighthouse point, 85, 95 foot waves. No, thank you. Thank you for saying that. Hello, Shasta. Good. Look where we were, or are. And look at this, Shasta. Ooh-wee. Good and good for you. We did somewhat of the same tour, Shasta, that you and I did, but we went one way and now we're just walking back the other. We're going to stop this stream and then start another one a couple miles down the road, rather than have to deal with the breaking up of the connection. She does it the right way. Tells him to stop. That little girl, she just pulls her hand up, stop. Shasta does that. When you'll cross the street, she just holds her hands up. She goes, "I'm local." And just traffic stops for her, and she just goes on. And I walk behind her. She goes, "You could do that if you're local." I go, "All right." It doesn't work for me. I hold my hand up and they speed up and they swerve towards me. So Shasta, we walked right by Blue Planet in Honolulu, went over the Rainbow Bridge, and in your honor, we looked for some turtles, didn't see any, but we saw like 4 turtles in Haleiwa Bay. Nalu. Never been in there, but it's popular. I know that. In Shasta, we started way down there. I'm sure you weren't on the very beginning, but we started way down at the other end of the town, past the break of the marketplace, where Big Wave Shrimp starts, and the Korean barbecue place. I just did that just to show them that on the map it looks a little different. It looks like they're way out of town, but they're really not. And that's a really nice cluster of food trucks, like this one here on the right. There's like 3 or 4 here. Those are nice. Normally I would stop there and get 1 or 2 little things just to support them, you know. Maybe not eat it, all of it, but just to taste it and have a review of it. I know you keep saying that. Maybe I will try it. Yeah, we went, you know, past the bay, where they're having the Outrigger race today. We went a little bit past that, about where the that little canal is, and that beach park, Haleiwa Beach Park, just a little bit past there. And I didn't want to go way past there and go around the corner, you know, where that big beach is with the rocks, just because you can't get close to the water. And we're going to go to a Pipeline in Banzai here in just a little bit. And that's a much, much better beach to go to. But just so you guys know, some of these other streams that are going to be forthcoming today, like we'll go to Turtle Beach, that stream may be 15 minutes. Because I want to start at the beach, end at the beach, and then I'll get in the car and I'll go down to Banzai Pipeline and we'll see what's cooking there. Okay, so just so you know. So just to recap before we end this stream, which we're going to end it here in just a few minutes. If you go to TripAdvisor, go to Waikiki Trolley's main profile page. If you've been on a Waikiki Trolley trip, that whether you liked it or didn't like it, anytime in the last 5 years, leave a review. Tell them that you were reminded of your trip on the Going to Hawaii live stream today, and leave your review, but it has to be on the main profile page. And then on Monday, we will draw from those people. She will do a screen scrape, we'll drop them those people, and one winner will have their choice of a 4-day trolley pass, a catamaran, or a $25 Amazon gift card. So if you've won in the last 30 days, 2 days, 5 days, ever, never, you can, and if you're not going to travel here, it doesn't matter, you can win. Okay? So I'm not going to do the Shasta I'm a local type thing. I'm just going to do a normal person's walkthrough. There you go, thanks, appreciate it. See, Lance, that's what happens when you're nice to people. Konos. This is the it's a North Shore marketplace right there. Didn't mean to just jam that camera right to them, but one of the best tips about this entire area, Shasta, you can probably tell me before I even, you could probably type it before I even say it. This may not seem like a big deal, but guys, this is a big deal. Very, 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 very valuable information. Probably the best information that I can give you on this stream. Do you want to say what it is, Shasta, or guess what it is? Of course, it's a beautiful day. And we didn't even go back to some of these other nice shops here. These small little things like this little general store, you'll find little things in there that are just very unique to Hawaii. All right, I won't delay it anymore. You see right back there in that little corner right there, public bathrooms, always open. I mean, I think from like 7 or 8 in the morning till later in the afternoon. Public bathrooms, very clean. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but trust me, when you come from Waikiki and you've been loaded up with coffee, or you're leaving, you need to go back to Waikiki to get more coffee, you're looking for a public bathroom, they are persona non grata out here. But that is a great public bathroom. All right, guys, so we're out of here. I'll see you back in about 30, 45 minutes or so. I can't really say. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get there and how the parking is going to be, but I will be on Turtle Beach if there are turtles or if it looks somewhat interesting. If not, then I am out of here going down to the next beach. All right, I will talk to you later. Hopefully you had a great time. I know I learned something. Hopefully you laughed a little bit. And just know that if I don't see you today or on any other streams today or this week or ever, I do appreciate every second, every minute, every hour you spend with me. I really do. It means the world to us. All right, guys, don't forget the bathroom.